Alright guys, we made it. We're at round 3. Looking to win our first M10 draft online in over 2 months. I have actually been on a streak where I've either been out the first or second round because, well, I'm not exactly the greatest person at drafting core. My specialty when it comes to drafting in limited environments involves environments with tons of combat tricks that are very unpredictable. I think turn Sage Owl. Okay. Now, Sage Owl would have been fine to get in our deck, but it's not card advantage like Elvish Visionary is. What Sage Owl does do is provide flying. Keep in mind, he is playing blue. We don't know the other color yet. I actually haven't watched any of the videos. I've been talking with people instead. So, you do know he's playing blue. I'm guessing this is where the guy drafted a lot of the blue, because our first guy was white, our second guy was white. One of the other matches I saw, and I did see one, the guy who he was playing against was red-black. So, yep, the blue drafters. Look at us. Could play Merfolk Looter there, but I'd rather get Elvish Visionary going right now. That is one of the advantages with Sage Owl, Terramorphic Expanse. Well, we're going to play Merfolk Looter. That's going to get cancelled. And that was a bummer for us because we kind of needed it to hit. Now we need to hit a third land here. Good news is our third land does open us up to Giant Spider, which is enough of a wall to keep him back. Bad news is the land's not exactly going to do that great. Yeah, Vampire Aristocrat. And we did not hit our third land. We're going to have to play Horned Turtle and pass the turn. Can't attack with the Vampire Aristocrat, which is nice. I can double block it, and he'd have to kill creature in order to kill my Horned Turtle. Cemetery Reaper, that's not good. Well, now I guess he doesn't care, because we don't really have a way to deal with Cemetery Reaper too well. And Giant Growth was not a very good thing to pull there. So, we're looking pretty bad game 1. I mean, mana screw and all. We kept a 3-land hand, we kept a 2-land hand, had Elvish Visionary. Right now we've got... every other draw should be a land at this point, so... what can you do? And the fact is that he's going to opt to not activate Cemetery Reaper this turn, which... is kind of good, I guess, for us. I mean, all I have to do is get this Giant Spider down. If I get Giant Spider down and I can get another creature down, at least I can go Spider, or another land down. I can go Spider, Air Elemental. And that's good. That's always a good thing to do. That Vampire Aristocrat is really like... yeah. There we go. Giant Spider. Hopefully is online. This is going to be big. Yeah, if that didn't hit, we were in pretty big trouble there. If this dies, can't do much about it either. Divination, he drew his 2, played a land. Still not opting to use the Cemetery Reaper, which... I mean, I find that kind of amusing because of Merfolk Looter, but hey. Here we go. We're going to play Air Elemental. He's playing black, I'd imagine. We did pass a Doomblade, so... and if he was to our left, he probably got the Doomblade. So I'm guessing his first pick was some crazy blue spell. Mind control. Ugh. Well, now we're down to a couple of outs here. I got giant growth, so it's alright, but that does help some, I think. Tap him down and then play Night Pack. But I think this is the better option right now. Cudgel Troll. Not too worried about our health total right now. We're doing fine on health. I would preferably like to overrun him with just creatures. I mean, right now we're looking at 8 points of damage. And then another 8 would be 16 and 3 with giant growth. So that's lethal. So next turn we'll be asleep, and then we'll be an overrun on creatures, and we should be okay. The only thing that would suck would be, well, there are a couple things that would suck, but I'm not going to go into those. Killing my Cudgel Troll, of course, would blow. Can't do much about that. Drawing all these islands and having 11 forests in your deck, and drawing 6 islands instead. That's not too good. Or 5 islands, I think it is. Seem to be good at drawing islands, but should have known that was coming. Well, that's interesting. That's a misplay right there. But he's going to Cemetery Reaper. Again, can't do anything about that. Elvish Visionary lets me draw, hopefully, out of this mess. Into another island, which again doesn't do much for us right now. Giant growth is now going to have to become a combat trick. And I mean, our big goal here, an overrun, would be more than enough to deal with him, but with the giant growth. Yeah, he's going to Doomblade my spider. I didn't have much of a choice but to do that there. I mean, a forest off the top wouldn't be too bad. I know he does have Doomblade now, so our problem is we're drawing too many islands. He's got a pretty good control build here set up. His 2 islands. There's a couple cards off the top that would just be amazing right now. Doomblade is one, for us, excuse me. Overrun wouldn't be too bad. Tap all of his creatures down, swing in for 3, overrun. And then it would be a series of top decks after that, but we can't do much about that one either, so this is just not good for us. Well, there's a forest. Howl of the Night Pack. As bad as that sounds, I'm going to have to put some wolf tokens into play that I don't really want to put into play. Tendrils of Corruption? No, Cemetery Reaper, okay. Another forest would give us another overrun, or give us another Howl of the Night Pack, which would be okay with me. I mean, I'm definitely going to double block a lot of this stuff. He's not going to be swinging in anytime soon with anything, beside the Air Elemental. Okay, just waiting back. I did see a Death Mark get passed, which does suck. Other than that, yeah, I mean, this has just been pretty nightmarish of a game. The only thing that there are good attacks with right now is he can put me on a 2-turn clock with Sage Owl, so I'm going to have to be careful about that. What creatures do I have left? I have a giant spider left, and that's about it. Alright. Cemetery Reaper. Giant spider, which would suck. Looming Shade. Put you to sleep, buddy. Our only out here is that I top deck a overrun. and just beat his face in with overrun, but that's not looking too likely here. So did take down quite a bit of damage there. Windrake. Again, overrun is our only out here. Ponder into an overrun, or well, we have other outs. Borderland Ranger was not overrun. Fortunately, we cannot win this game because I could not top deck an overrun, or Acidic Slime would have been an out too.